Hello there guys and welcome back to Upon This Rock. So we have done pre-season, that's in the bag now. I'll just show you how we got on with our pre-season friendlies. So as you can see here, bit of a mixed bag of results. The first team that we had in pre-season was a home match against Celtic. Now they are Scottish Premiership side, but we took the lead in the 10th minute with Marcus Maddison with a lovely little goal, put us in the lead. So it comes back to Jermaine Anderson here, across us to Bingham Williams, and he just slips in a ball over to Maddison. It's a lovely little finish there from Marcus to put us ahead. But as you can see, the quality showed, and it was pretty much done and dusted within just after half time when Ryan Christie put Celtic 3-1 ahead, where Griffiths just stole the ball there from Baldwin, ran towards Boswick, and then just put it across to Christie, and Luke McGee in goal had pretty much no chance there to save the goal. So that was the first match of pre-season. Generally I use pre-season just to get the fitness up, just to get the players match sharp, ready and raring to go, and also if we can bag a few goals, get the confidence up, get the morale up of the squad as well. So the next game was against Chester, and it was quite comfortable. A much rotated side against Chester compared to Celtic. Wanted to put my strongest side against Celtic, just see how good we actually were. And yeah, we had a really good game. Guyan Edwards with the first goal, and then Tom Nichols with a brace. We also had Guyan Williams also had a fantastic game at 7.9. Also had Boswick at 7.9. Michael Smith with 2 assists at 8.8. So that problem where we had with left back and right back seems not to be that bad actually, purely because Bingham Williams again also a 7.6. So I think left back, right back, we should be okay with regards to not really needing to bring anybody in with regards to depth of the squad. So that was a fantastic result. That was away from home, and then we came back home a few days later. So as you can see here, I generally space the friendlies quite close together, just so I can get that rotation in and get all kind of 20 to 24 players match fit, ready to go, ready for the season, because you never know what will happen. So came back home against Rushden Diamonds, who are a very local team to Peterborough, and we beat them 4-1. Again, this was probably the strongest side that I could put out. We have had a few injuries, and I'll go through that in a second. But again, Boswick got us off the mark. Marcus Maddison, as I said in the first episode, he is going to be our danger man, and again he popped up with another goal there. 31st minute from a corner, Taylor swinging it in, Baldwin knocking it down, and Maddison just there on the right moment to score. And then also our youngster Leonardo da Silva Lopez popped up with 2. Been playing him on the right hand side because we have had some injuries to our wingers, but he came in with a 9.2, which was absolutely fantastic. Again, right back a 9.0 from Hayden White. Right back and left back places seem to be absolutely fine. If we can just rotate them and get the growth out of them, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And then wanted to push a little bit harder with our next game. We played at home against Dusseldorf, who is a similar reputation team to us, and again we came out losers there, 3-1. Again taking the lead, Andrew Hughes, again left back 7.5. So left back, right back seem to be playing absolutely brilliantly. But again, quality showed. We were a little bit lax in the second half because I do make quite a few changes when I'm in pre-season again, just to get that fitness up, and that probably didn't help. But again, pre-season is all about fitness and match practice. And then final game just before Rochdale was against Gloucester, again just to get that little bit final match practice out. One of our new signings bagged a hat trick. He brought him on loan. Again, I'll show you all his stats. And then Tom Nichols finishing off on the 75th minute, which was a good way to finish pre-season. So as I said, I have brought a few new players in to the squad. So no one's left. So I've not let anybody leave just yet, just because I wanted to get a good all-round base of who the players are and what they can do and what they can't do. So I've brought in a couple of loan signings. One of them is Alex Proholi from QPR. He's a winger. I thought I needed a little bit more depth on the wings, and again that's also because we had some injuries on the wings as well. But again, so he is naturally right-footed but plays on the left, which I don't mind because they can cut in and have a shot, or also cut on the outside, but also allows the wing-back, to then get further forward. But his stats as a winger are absolutely brilliant. Dribbling's great, first touch is fantastic, techniques are all good, well-rounded stats. 19 years old, so he fits the bill with regards to the kind of age that I like to manage in the game. And again, with being a League One side, his current ability isn't too bad either. I brought James Wallace in again because it just strengthens that middle of the midfield, helps people like Chris Forrester to marshal that midfield, and then also I can use him because he is slightly older, 24, Felt like I needed a little bit of age in there, a little bit of experience. He can help the likes of Leonardo da Silva Lopez and Jermaine Anderson to reach their potential. We'll get them tutored with James Wallace. Again, another player that I've always had my eye on Football Manager. I remember him from Everton being a wonder kid, being also a fantastic player at Tranmere. Obviously, Sheffield United picked him up, but haven't really played him. So to pick him up at 105 grand on the transfer market, which was a lovely little sale. Again, well-rounded attributes and even a little bit of growth, still at 24, which is great. He'll be as a backup, so he'll be back up to probably Chris Forrester, but again, just that extra strength and depth, which is what you need in a League One season. Daniel Barlaser from Newcastle on loan, again, fits all the bills. He can play on the left or the right as a winger, which is what I like. As a winger, his attributes are brilliant. We're not paying any money for his wage, which is another bonus, especially again if you're League 1, League 2 side. And again, lots of potential there. Will be a rotation backup to the first team, but again, he's proven it. He's proven it in the pre-season already. If you look at his stats, as pre-season, he's only played 1 game, but 2 assists, a 9.1 average. Brilliant way to introduce yourself to the fans. And then I said that I did need a backup to Luke McGee, and I brought in a experienced Irish goalkeeper, Ian McLaughlin. He's been around the kind of Championship, League 1, League 2. I probably remember him more from his MK Dons days, and yeah, just a good solid backup goalkeeper. And again, still with a little bit of growth there, which is always nice to see. So they're the 4 incomings. This is the squad as you see it now. So the injuries that we've had, I chucked them straight down to the under-21s, but we've had Brad Inman and Liango were already injured at the start of the season. Nathan Adua injured himself, and he's out for 6 to 8 weeks, and Abel Nabi injured himself as well, so he was actually injured in training for about 12 days, which was about nearly 3 weeks ago in game. So he's going to take a little bit of a backseat just to get back to match fitness in the under-21s, under-23, sorry. And that was pretty much it as regards to kind of injuries that I needed to cover and make sure we had a little bit more strength and depth. And we're here. So, get the assistant manager's quick pick. We're going to go for Luke McGee in goal, Hayden White right back, Michael Boswick in the middle with Jack Baldwin, and then Bin Williams on the left. We've got Forrester in the central midfield defender role. Jermaine Anderson, who's an absolute natural as a box-to-box midfielder. Great engine, great physicals, as I said in the first episode. Marcus Madsen on the left-hand side as a winger. Paul Taylor in the middle behind Tom Nichols. And then Da Silva Lopez on the right, purely because of those injuries. As I said, do want to play him more centrally, but needs must, he's going to have to go out on the wing. And let's submit that team. Give these 2 numbers. So 14, 19... Let's get into the match. So, team talk. I really want to be quite assertive or passionate. I'm not entirely sure just yet. Let's have a look. I think I'll say, come on lads, show me what you do. Let's see how they react to that. A couple have reacted well, which is good. And I'm just going to try and tidy this up and get it a little bit better. I think there's more to come from you. Obviously not going to help. Right, okay. Let's carry on. A few more people reacted. And then finally... No, they didn't actually care with that. Anyway, so we play control mentality, fluid shape, and in the instructions we'd like to play the ball out of defence, shorter passing, lower tempo, narrow, normal defensive line, and then we close down sometimes and then prevent that short goalkeeper distribution. I generally sometimes drop that down to standard, but keep everything else the same if we seem to be getting either overrun or not being able to control the game either. So yeah, that's generally how I start the game, and then kind of manipulate it when I need to. So let's get straight into the game. Let's have a look. So we kick off. Nichols back to Taylor, and this will probably just be a normal opening highlight. Silva Lopez down the side, and you've got Hayden White there just alongside him as well, which is great. So if Hayden White went around him, you could play the ball to him. So Taylor with a corner, front post and cleared. Taylor back in, again cleared. Baldwin going to get to that, which he is, and pass it right back to Forrester. Over back to Jermaine Anderson. Lovely little play here to Silva Lopez. Straight, there's that overlap with Hayden White. Crosses it in. Tom Nichols was there. Back to Silva Lopez. And great tackle there by Rochdale. Out for another posh corner, which is good. Good start to the match. Corner in from Taylor, but Logan is collecting that very, very easily. Too close to the keeper there. Knocks down to Madison, who can danger man for us really, but they get it off him. and then Baldwin just covers that up with Boswick. Anderson spreads it out to De Silva Lopez again. Overlap again from Hayden White, which is what I want to see. Back to De Silva Lopez, back to Hayden White. Crosses in first time. Tom Nichols is there. 1-0 to the Posh. Fantastic move there from Peterborough United. All that play came from this right-hand side. A long ball up from Rochdale, and it's fired over. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Who actually is he? Let's have a look. Sammy Odluzi. Odluzi? Yeah, go for Odluzi. He's on loan. Launched it forward again to their right winger, Vincenzi. Camps is controlling that midfield in the middle there. And then Baldwin just mopping up there. Not a lot of control in this game. It's very, very bitty. No one's really stamping their mark on it. So De Silva Lopez wriggle through. Nichols through to Taylor. Taylor. Oh, he's missed an absolute golden chance there. He's got to be putting those away. White intercepted the throw-in. De Silva Lopez down the right-hand side. Anderson's there to pick it up. Through to Nichols. Nichols through to Taylor again. Taylor now makes it 2-0 to the Posh. 16 minutes gone on the clock. And Paul Taylor makes it 2-0 to Peterborough United. Another highlight straight after the goal for Rochdale. Henderson's skinned Hayden White there. Plays it into Camps. Camps is trying to apply a through ball. Allen, and then Luke McGee makes a great save. Absolutely great save there by Luke McGee. Good effort though from Allen from about 18 to 20 yards out, and then Luke McGee catches that corner relatively easily. Rochdale with the corner again, but Baldwin's there. Great big header. Plays out to Taylor. Taylor on to Nichols. Nichols has got two men in front of him. Plays it straight to Jermaine Anderson. Jermaine Anderson, can he? No, but it's a great run from Jermaine Anderson there. Let's see who's going to get the next chance. Allen into Kavanagh, and that's 2-1. Niall Kavanagh brought Rochdale back into the game with about 15 minutes left of the first half. We've edged it, only slightly, but we've edged it. A corner from Peterborough. Paul Taylor brought that in. Marcus Madsen picking it up. Great ball over to Tom Nichols, and his goalkeeper's just done enough there to pop that ball wide. It was Chris Forrester actually from the edge, just dinking that ball over to Tom Nichols. Great movement from him. Forrester again, great interception up to Nichols, but can't get onto it. Camps now over to Vincenti, but again Bin and Williams fantastic. Paul Taylor with the ball running at the Rochdale defence into Nichols. Nichols again into Anderson. Anderson then makes it 3-1. Lovely little goal. So the formation, as you can see here, Tom Nichols is really being a fantastic advance forward. He launches it up to Marcus Madsen, who can't really find or do anything with that ball really, to be brutally honest. Odluzi into Allen. Allen back to Camps. Peterborough United really kind of pressing down the Rochdale midfield there and the forward line. Found the way forward. Allen with a hell of a shot. No, probably hardly any backlift, but Luke McGee then just pushes it over the top. Allen with a corner, but straight to Hayden White. Can't beat the first man. Up to Tom Nichols, running with the ball over to Bin and Williams. Bin and Williams taking on his hand, but gets across him, but nothing can really come from that. And that's it. That is half time. It's a fantastic half from Peterborough United. Brilliant football played there. Two of the goals actually came from Oldham throw-ins from their half, and we've just taken the ball away from them and then broke really, really quickly, which is what this tactic allows you to do. To be fair, I'm absolutely delighted with that. Keep it going, lads, and they seem to be loving that. What I am going to do now is just drop it down to standard, because we don't want to get hit on the break by Rochdale. Their goal only came from a corner, so I'm not worried just yet. But I'm just going to break it down a notch or two, and just control that game from a standard positioning really. Logan launches it forward to Odluzi, but both Baldwin and Boswick both going for it. Tom Nichols now with the ball to Paul Taylor. Paul Taylor slips a lovely little ball into Tom Nichols over to Madison. Madison's going to take on his right back, whip it in. Paul Taylor with a header there, but Logan saved pretty comfortably, to be fair. Fitness wise, Paul Taylor probably needs to come off. Struggling a little bit, but he's had a fantastic game at 7.2. And now Bynum Williams has got an injury. What's he taken a knock? So let's see if we can. 66 minutes is generally when I do some subs anyway. So let's get Andrew Hughes on. How much? 72. Paul Taylor can stay out there for a little bit longer. I just want Bynum Williams off and bring Andrew Hughes on. Let's get that sorted, just to get a little bit more legs in the defence there. So Luke McGee restarts the play, plays it over to Andrew Hughes, who plays a loose pass, trying to find Marcus Maddison on this left-hand side, but hasn't managed to do that. But he makes up for it with that defensive header there. But we're just not getting hold of the ball just yet. They've come into this second half. Whether it's me going down to standard, I'm not quite sure. But Luke McGee there, Noble Lazarus taking a thunderbolt there, thunder shot from about 18 yards, and Luke McGee had to really dive and push that across for a corner kick. Taylor now, we're breaking, but can't find Nichols. So just gonna put that back to control because we seem to do really well there. And then I'm gonna just make a few substitutions. So I'm gonna put George Moncur in that attacking midfield role. And who else? I think I'm going to bring Jermaine Anderson off. He's had a fantastic game, 7.5 for the young man. A goal and a fantastic performance. I'm going to bring James Wallace on, and I'm just going to leave James Wallace as the box to box, fresher legs than Chris Forrester. This will be a fantastic first game of the season here for Peterborough United. 3-1 away at Rochdale. Into Forrester, but again shoots just wide. Gone back onto control, and it seems like we have more control on the game, more possession, more chances than Rochdale. Just let Rochdale in a little bit there in the second half. Moncur over to Silva Lopez, into Tom Nichols, through to Jed Wallace. Oh, unlucky James Wallace. Shot straight at the goalkeeper there. 2 minutes of injury time. This should be it now. It's a poor throw in there from Andrew Hughes. So Bynum Williams has played really, really well at left back, but since Andrew Hughes came on, I think he's not quite good enough, and that left back position might still need a little bit of work. But I'm really, really happy with Hayden White and Michael Smith at right back. Don't think I need to sort that out at all. Boswick there, great header over to Moncur, over to Silva Lopez. He's been an absolute nuisance on that right hand side. But that's it, full time, first game of the season, Peterborough United. We won 3-1, and it was a fantastic performance across the board as well. So, only first game of the season. Charlton, you expect them to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season, just come down from the Championship. 4-1 win against Bury. Who else? MK Dons, local rivals. Again, very, very strong team in this division. 4-1 winners against Shrewsbury, away at Shrewsbury. Walsall beat Wimbledon. Again, another strong team in the division. Walsall 2-1. Previous matches, and again, two more big teams, Bolton and Sheffield United. Sheffield United coming out 2-1 on there. So this is the league as we stand. So top 3. So if we stay anywhere in the top 6 throughout the season, very, very happy. As you see, the club are only looking for a top half, which is about 12th or 10th up. And if we can stay anywhere near that top 6 all the way through the season, I'll be very, very, very happy. And that's pretty much it from this second episode of Upon This Rock. Absolutely brilliant start to the season. Still need to get a left back in, I feel, because Andrew Williams don't think is good enough to be a backup. So left back is definitely going to be on the cards for the next kind of 20 odd days in the transfer window. So left back is definitely needed. Great start, 3-1 win against Rochdale in the first game of the season. If you've enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. Also, if you like what I'm doing with the save, also hit that subscribe button as well. Any comments, leave down below as well. And until then, I'll see you soon.